Okay, let's do this. The WrestleMania 34 card. We have 10 confirmed matches so far. This event is going to take several hours. Like 7 hours at this point. No, it's going to be 10 matches. So, God, I mean, you're easily looking at 4.5. Got to be at least 4.5 hours confirmed at this point. So let's run them down. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn was the latest match confirmed for WrestleMania. I do have to believe there's going to be something added to this match. So on SmackDown this week, it was all built around Shane McMahon has a big WrestleMania announcement. And so part of his announcement was that he's taking some time away. He's stepping down as SmackDown general manager, which I think is great because SmackDown seems to be entirely about Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, which is ironic because when they first did the brand split and they had the first show, the very first thing you saw was Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon saying, "This show isn't about us." And the show has continued to be about them ever since he said that. So Shane McMahon comes out and says, "I'm making Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania." Daniel Bryan's been away. His cousin got married, so he wasn't at Fastlane. He wasn't at SmackDown. So he wasn't there, and he's been favoring Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in storyline as of late. We've never really gotten an explanation as to why that is. It's not clear if we're ever going to get an explanation as to why that is. And I don't know. I feel the SmackDown general manager angle is just falling completely off the rails, and maybe they should just have a wrestling show. I like Daniel Bryan. I have nothing against Shane McMahon, but I'm just tired of seeing them both squabble with each other as part of, and that being the main story in SmackDown. I mean, you have all this talent on SmackDown, and it continues to be the general manager storyline, which is taking precedence over everything. You've got Nakamura, AJ Styles, So Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, they're going to have a match. But I have to imagine that Shane McMahon is going to be entered into this match somehow, or that Daniel Bryan is going to have some announcement next week on SmackDown that has to do with this match. That's, I mean, hey, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they always have good matches. Them doing it at WrestleMania sounds great, but it seems like they haven't booked this match fully yet. So Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Match number 9, we have the Women's Battle Royal, which had an interesting week. So it was initially announced as the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal. A lot of people pointed out, hey, there are some serious allegations out there against the Fabulous Moolah and how she treated students in the past. A lot of people, raised an issue with Fabulous Moolah being the person this battle royal honors when there are some strong allegations out there against her. So WWE released a statement later in the week saying, after careful review, it's just now the Women's Battle Royal. Deciding against naming it after a deceased women's wrestler. If you wanted my vote, I was a huge Luna Vachon fan. I would love for it to be the Luna Vachon Memorial Battle Royal. But the other thing is, like, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, like, Andre the Giant was known for battle royals, right? So, And I believe he won a battle royal at WrestleMania 2. He may have. I don't know. I think he won that wrestling. The football player, they had the football players and whatever. That was, yeah, WrestleMania 2. Not fondly remembered. So we got the Women's Battle Royal. It's not on the confirmed list of matches, but I would imagine we will also get the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Concerning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, nobody that's won it has been able to do anything like after having won it. Nobody has gotten a title shot. Nobody. Jinder Mahal was the last eliminated of last year's Memorial Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and he went on to win the WWE Championship. Mojo Rawley just wrestles on the pre-show still. So there has been 4 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royals. Cesaro was the first winner. Big Show won the second year. Baron Corbin in year number 3. And Mojo Rawley last year. So if you just look at that, I mean, Cesaro as a member of the Bar is doing better than any of them, but nobody really has done that well after winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, unfortunately. We will also have the Cruiserweight Championship match. If you haven't been watching 205 Live, it's good now. It is much more like the 2016 Cruiserweight Classic, where for the big matches, you're getting 2 really talented wrestlers wrestling for about 20 minutes. I really liked the last 205 Live show. The main event was Roderick Strong versus Cedric Alexander. It's the semifinals of the Cruiserweight Championship tournament. Whoever wins is going to WrestleMania to have a Cruiserweight Championship match. Whoever loses does not go to WrestleMania. So unlike John Cena, having a path to WrestleMania really was on the line between Roderick Strong and Cedric Alexander. And then because they're Roderick Strong and Cedric Alexander, they had a great match. And you're kind of thinking the entire time, shit, who goes to WrestleMania here? There's Cedric Alexander, who has been arguably your Cruiserweight division MVP. You can put Drew Gulak up there too. There's a few guys, but Cedric Alexander has been having good quality matches in the Cruiserweight division since the Cruiserweight Classic. He's had to put up with Enzo and Austin Aries coming and leaving, and Enzo coming and leaving, and Neville coming and leaving. Cedric Alexander has been a consistent for that division, so you think maybe he deserves to be in there, right? But then you're like, Roderick Strong, this is a guy who's he's been all over NXT, he's been all over 205 Live, he's an established great wrestler, more experience than Cedric Alexander, albeit not more in the Cruiserweight division or on 205 Live. So I thought, like, okay, I could see them giving Roderick Strong a match on WrestleMania. So you're watching this whole match going, I don't know who's going to win, and there's so much on the line. And then Cedric Alexander actually won with a pinning combination. It was a great match. They both gave the other one their finisher and got their foot on the ropes. Roderick Strong had countered a move by Alexander into a pinning combination for a near fall, and then Cedric Alexander did the same. So you're thinking this is probably going to be a near fall, but Strong didn't kick out in time. It was a great match, and Cedric Alexander goes on to WrestleMania. Next week will be the final semifinal in the Cruiserweight Championship tournament as Drew Gulak will take on Mustafa Ali. These are 2 other guys you could put up there as the 205 Live MVPs over its short existence so far. As Drew Gulak, I mean, when the show was about storylines and wacky angles, he got over with the PowerPoint presentation when you tell him to go have a really good match with psychology and grappling, and he goes and does that too. Mustafa Ali has been cutting these insanely intense selfie promos that they've been replaying on 205 Live. He's another guy where when you think about what he's done over the last year, you're like, like this guy's good. This is one of those guys where, like, you wish more people were watching the show because they would become fans of Mustafa Ali if they did. But you can say that about Drew Gulak and Cedric Alexander. Of course, the big news out of 205 Live is Vince McMahon no longer booking the show. Triple H has once again taken over, and the emphasis is on in-ring action and in-ring storylines and less on wacky angles and skits. So that's the Cruiserweight Championship match. The Raw Tag Team Championships. The Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus against Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman won a tag team battle royal all by himself, so now he's gonna face the Bar for the Raw Championships all by himself. Not good news if you're fans of the Balor Club and wanted a championship match for the Good Brothers at WrestleMania, but obviously Braun Strowman is someone who's going to play a very big role in WWE for the next few years. And really, Braun Strowman is someone you have to imagine is close to a world championship run. I was surprised he was beaten so cleanly by Brock Lesnar in a Universal Championship match earlier this year. But I think Braun Strowman has grown a lot over the last year, and I think that's going to mean big things for him moving into the WrestleMania 34 to 35 season. Because that is how WWE operates. Like, everything is done from the night after WrestleMania to the next WrestleMania. Also, the SmackDown Women's Championship will be on the line as Charlotte Flair defends against Asuka. I thought easily you could do this match next year as a champions versus champion match and put it in the main event of WrestleMania. You wouldn't need Stephanie McMahon or Ronda Rousey, and you could have a women's main event at WrestleMania. I don't know if that would be the best thing the company could do, but it'd be fun. Charlotte Flair's a huge superstar. Asuka's a huge superstar. So Charlotte Flair has a chance to end Asuka's streak. Does Asuka become champion on the main roster before her streak ends? It'll be interesting to see how and who eventually ends Asuka's streak. I mean, the last time we had an undefeated streak of any significance, it was probably Ryback, and he was ultimately defeated by CM Punk at Hell in a Cell when Brad Maddox, who was serving as referee, fast counted him. And everyone kind of said, oh, that just killed Ryback. As we've learned more about Ryback as of late, now we're not so sure that was a bad thing. Ryback interrupted Rusev's live Instagram story recently. He's a strange guy. So Rusev ended the live stream, and that's all there is to say about that. Randy Orton is the new United States champion, and he'll defend that title against Bobby Roode. Gotta imagine Jinder Mahal is going to be added to this match at some point. We have a triple threat Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania. The Miz going up against Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. If The Miz wins, he's only a few months away from breaking Pedro Morales' record. I would expect that to be a giant storyline for The Miz between WrestleMania 34 and 35. It'll be interesting to see if he breaks the record. I would imagine that the bookers in WWE, the Raw GM, whoever it is, after WrestleMania, gives The Miz quite a few obstacles he'll have to clear before breaking that record. Seems likely to me. Moving into the big matches for WrestleMania. Well, there's a few that aren't confirmed that we can talk about. Sasha Banks versus Bayley could be something we see. Based on what we saw in Raw, I think Alexa Bliss defending the Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax is also a possibility, but that's not confirmed. So now we're up to like 13, 14 matches. I'm feeling like Sasha Banks versus Bayley isn't going to happen at WrestleMania. I feel like that will probably take place in the Battle Royal. They'll have some angle for that. And it's possible Alexa Bliss... No, I think you have to have Alexa Bliss versus... You can't have one of the women's championships not defended at WrestleMania if you're going to then try and make the women's divisions on par with the men. So I would expect that you see Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax at WrestleMania. That hasn't been confirmed. But then we've got basically John Cena versus The Undertaker. That hasn't been confirmed. So now we're up like around 14 matches, even if you don't have Sasha Banks versus Bayley. You could really do WrestleMania over 2 days at this point, but they've got so many other events. So the championship matches, you've got AJ Styles going up against Shinsuke Nakamura, a rematch from when they wrestled in the Tokyo Dome, and Shinsuke Nakamura defended his IWGP Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles. Brock Lesnar defending his Universal Championship against Roman Reigns. It's the match they've been trying to have for 4 years. It was booked as the WrestleMania 31 main event. Reigns wasn't over, so Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase. Has anything changed between WrestleMania 34 and WrestleMania 31? Well, nobody has a Money in the Bank briefcase, so there's that. And that is your WrestleMania card so far as we build to WrestleMania 34. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting this show. This is the type of show that I've wanted to do for a while. So please hit the subscribe button. Not only does that mean you'll find out about the videos that we put out, but it means more people will see our channel, find our channel. If you're on Facebook message board, or I don't know, does Facebook have message groups? Share it in groups. I don't know. If there's a way that you can help this channel grow, please feel free to hit the share button. And feedback is appreciated. There's a contact form on our website, I think. But thanks so much for continuing to support these videos. I'm the Guy from Spoiler Free Wrestling.